Hi there. I'm Sarah Tideman, if you don't already know, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are sporting quite a bold lip. It might be a little bit uneven also since I put it on very quickly and I have about 12 minutes to film this. I just wanted to put a more fun video out into the interwebs. I uploaded my emotional two-parter today. I just wanted to have a little chill sesh, have some Dunkin' here. We have a bright lip, a bright outfit. So let's talk about things that make me peeved. Specifically, the pet kind. Pet peeves. Again, I know, another super original idea by me, Sarah Tideman. But I just think people's pet peeves are fun. I think it's fun to be a little bit, like, pleasantly angry every once in a while. We don't have to be, like, actually mad. I'm getting some glare off my glasses, but I hope you'll be able to put that aside and just accept that's my brand. The first one is less really of a pet peeve and more of like a big conundrum with the entire society that I'm a member of. So that's pretty fun. But I hate the American work mentality where you have to work super hard all the time and grind until you can retire and then you die. And that's just so does not appeal to me. And like, is it because I'm lazy? Probably. But also I care about things besides work. I really care about my family. I really care about my friends. I think that work, for most people, is only a part of your life. Some people who are passionate, like, their job is their whole life, and that's fine and that's great, and I commend you. But I hate that we're all supposed to fit into this little box of work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and that's just how you have to live. I think there's a lot of merit in trying to find a better balance of when you work, how much you work, and trying to encourage everyone that work isn't this, like, pinnacle of your life. It's a piece of your life. And it can be really important to you, and it can be less important to you, and both of those are fine ways to live. It's just about how you are. I probably didn't need to start out that strongly, but that's just something that's been on my mind that I wanted to manifest. That's sort of one of the big points of this channel, is that I have so many thoughts. I just need to express my thoughts in a physical manner that you're watching, and it helps me feel more free of them. Number 2 is something that if I ever fall into as a YouTuber, please delete my account. It's when YouTubers will tease something. They'll either be like, I have a secret project, which I understand you can't reveal your projects, but like we don't really want to know all the time early. That's like not the most fun thing to do. But also when they like have like a juicy secret in there, they'll like bleep out or be like, we can't show this, we can't put this on YouTube. But they put that part in the video. I find that so annoying. And it's like kind of rude in a way to be like, oh, we can't tell you the secret, he. And they have no intention to ever tell you. I just think it's like an insult to your audience a lot of the time. It's not like we're so excited by the prospect of hearing your little piece of news. It's just annoying. Like, you're never going to tell us, so just leave it out of the video. A little bit less intense, my big pet peeve that I will say if someone asks me what my pet peeve is when you're walking down a hallway and there's two people having a conversation, but they're standing on opposite ends of the hallway and talking to each other, and you're going to have to walk in between them. First of all, this usually will block some of the hallway, which is like cardinal rule, do not block the hallway, especially if it's a busy time or if you're just a decent person. Stand on the same side and talk to each other like this. Or find somewhere else to go that isn't a hallway with confined space. Your physical body is passing through their conversation and they like look at you a little bit like almost like you're not supposed to be there. I'm like, this is a hallway. You're not supposed to be here. That's like the pet peeve. Like if anyone asks, that's my pet peeve. Also related to hallways, why do people walk like they've never even heard of the deadline? Like I have places to be, can you please walk a little bit faster? I just don't understand why people like, it's discourteous, honestly. I'm not just like, I don't like this because I don't like it, it's rude. Usually I'm just trying to get to my food in the dining hall, but people are like crawling along with their bestie by their side and just not attempting at all to walk at a reasonable pace. Not even fast, reasonable. It is like, Next one is probably only something that I do. It's when you get out of the shower and like you're still kind of wet, like not like all over, but there's just like little parts of your body, like usually for me it's the flabbier areas. My bingo wings, they're still wet. And I'll put on like a long sleeve shirt and it'll like twist in this terrible way on my wet body, and I'm like, this would be my bad place. If you've ever seen The Good Place, you'll get that reference. It's such an awful feeling to have it twisted around your arm, and you can't always like move it if you're like getting a little bit sweaty because like you're steamy and you're in this long sleeve shirt now, and it's really just so unpleasant. And I should just dry myself off, but that takes such a long time on my flappy body. Another pet peeve, which is just so irrelevant to anything, is dance circles. Like if you're at like a party or something, not that I go to a lot of parties, they take up too much room and they don't allow for as much fun to be happening. You have one guy who might be having fun but might just be like sweating because he has to do all the backflips all day. You have 25 people all around who are like lightly swaying back and forth and not getting to get their grooves on. I just think that the people who are in charge of these parties should not encourage dance circle activity. It never works as well as you think it will. Another pet peeve I have is Hershey's chocolate, which tastes like vomit. Thank you. I also hate when adults ask me what my hobbies are. First of all, what in the fresh heck is a hobby? I have no idea. If it's things I like to do, I like to watch Netflix, and sometimes I go for walks to places I'm not supposed to be. That's just my hobbies. Also lipstick. Just ask what I like to do. Don't be like, what's your hobby? It's like, oh, I like to run around with a stick and a metal pole, like they did in the 19-teens. Another thing is the phrase, I wouldn't want to meet that in a dark alley. And people say this phrase in reference to scary things. And of course that's true, you wouldn't want to meet like Michael Myers in a dark alley, but what would you want to meet in a dark alley? There are very few things besides like my own mother, and maybe not even that I would want to meet in a dark alley. I like to stay out of dark alleys personally. People sometimes expand this to like, imagine if this thing was in your bed at night, and they refer to something scary. But if anything else was in my bed at night, I would have a fit. Also, when a teacher misspells my name, but my name is on the paper that they wrote it on to misspell it. I don't really mind if people misspell my name. It's a common name, there's 2 spellings usually. It's an easy mistake, I don't care. But if I wrote my name on the paper, could you just please look at it? It's right there, it's not that hard to find. Also, side note, the other day a professor asked me how to pronounce my name. And I think he said, is it Sarah or Sarah? And I was like, I really don't know, man. This I tweeted about a few days ago. The now popular meme phrase, this ain't it, chief. You are not consulting the chief to determine if this is it. Let me explain. People are using this meme and being like, I just called the chief and he said that this isn't it. The chief is the original poster that you're responding to. The chief does not determine whether or not something is it. You are telling Chief that this is not it. You're the determinant. This ain't it, Chief. This is literally not it, Chief. But you are Chief, if you don't understand this. I'm not talking to Chief. You are Chief. This one I thought of while I was walking back here with my Duncan because a bee flew into my hair. People who scream when they see a bee, for some reason, irritate me. This is one I think I should work on from a compassionate standpoint. But it's just a little bee. And if you don't mess with it, it usually won't hurt you. Sometimes a bee or a hornet will sting you, even if that does happen. The pain is like maybe a 5 on a 1 to 10 scale. And unless like you're really allergic, in which case you shouldn't be screaming and flailing about anyway, because the bee could be like freaked out by that. I think y'all need to calm down a little. And I will consciously try, this is me manifesting this, I'll consciously try to be more compassionate. But just, it's a bee. You know? It's okay. The last one relates to this lipstick. It's when people will comment on your appearance in a negative way. And I'm not talking about like your friends or family. Sometimes I am, but usually not them. It's just people that maybe don't know, or like you're at an event, someone's like, oh, that top looks weird. Like, what am I supposed to do about that now? We're already here, I can't just go home. The director of my musicals in high school, one day I wore a gray lipstick, because I'm an adventurous teen. And she looked into my eyes, and she asked me, are you dying? And I said, huh? And she said, your lips are like blue, are you dying? And I was like, haha, no. And the conversation went nowhere else, because that was a rude thing to say. One time I also wore this shade of lipstick around town, and a lunch lady at my last college said, wow, that's bright. She didn't say, wow, that's nice. She said, wow, that's bright, which is not a compliment at all. And it just made me feel self-conscious for the rest of the day. And maybe it's true that I would look back in 3 years and be like, this lip color is ugly. Probably even 1 year. But for right now, I'm currently liking it. But if someone came up to me and was like, that doesn't look good, or are you dying? It is so negative on your perception of like the thing that you thought was cool. Maybe if you're friends with someone and you think that they looked kind of busted, at the end of that time period, maybe just tell them, hey, I'm not sure if this is working for you. I just wanted to let you know. Probably don't even say that, but if you genuinely think that they could be helped by your advice, you could probably go ahead. But if you're somewhere where they can't leave, or you don't know them, just keep that one to yourself. Judge them internally like a normal person, and don't make them feel bad about anything. I hope you have enjoyed my little pet peeve rant. Comment down below your pet peeves, and I'll see if I agree. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day. That's pretty much it. Bye!